Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of Saturday Morning Coffee. Oh, there we go. The way I can hear myself. Everybody hear me? Oh. Might help if I plug in the microphone. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 4th episode of Saturday Morning Coffee. I'm your host, good old Mr. Brandon, and today we got quite a few things to talk about. Ooh. And I'm just pulling up a few more articles for us to look at. Poor artifact players. Fantastic. All right. So, close out dual shockers. Let me pull a bunch of stuff. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is Left Alive. That was a new title coming from Square Enix that has the same art from the artist as Metal Gear Solid. I can't remember his name at the moment, so I apologize. Top of the morning to ya. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. It is a nice, beautiful Saturday morning here on the East Coast. Apologize if you can hear that. That's my coffee mug. But Left Alive was a return to the front mission universe. It was designed to be like a stealth mission style game, kind of like to fill in the gap of Metal Gear Solid and Splinter Cell. That's the other one. Yeah, you're good. It was supposed to kind of fill in that gap since there's no Metal Gear being made that we know of, and there's apparently no Splinter Cell being made, which is stupid at this point, as they've relegated Sam Fisher to cameos in Ghost Recon Wildlands. But apparently it's not very good. I have not seen very many reviews that have treated this game kindly. In fact, what is this, a 3.5? That's probably one of the higher scores I've seen it get. It's disappointing. It looks pretty cool, but it's all black. Really? Let me check and make sure I'm... Put my editor... Yeah. I'm streaming my whole screen. I can see that. And I can see it on my other screen. That is... What's going on here, Twitch? Is anybody else having this issue? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Let me stop. I'm sorry. I work in IT and it's too much. But yeah, Left Alive was apparently supposed to be this kind of stealth-centered game, and apparently the story sucks, the gameplay sucks. Like, either the soldiers' AI is way too good, where it sees you from forever away. Oh yay, new phone. Or where you can walk right by them and they'll never see you. I've heard nothing but awful things about it. I mean, even on the easiest difficulty, I found that Left Alive is simply just too difficult. That is unfortunate. This title looks pretty good. It's still got that weird hair that Square Enix does, and I need them to fix that. Yeah, it's a $60 title. Is it $60 title? Yeah, $60 dues, y'all. You'll need to stay away from that. Far, far away from it. In other news, Days Gone is officially done. It has gone gold. The game comes out April 26th, unfortunately the same day as Avengers Endgame. and a day before my birthday, so I will be owning this one. I'll probably do a stream of it if anybody's interested. For those of you who don't know, Days Gone is the first, I think, big exclusive from them this year, from Sony this year, being developed by Sony Bend. You play as Deacon, a man who's really just trying to survive in this post-apocalyptic world. And it's interesting because all leading up until probably just a couple days ago, I heard like, the game's not that great. It's still kind of buggy and things like that. But recently I've heard that, like, it's actually pretty good. The story's really good. The gameplay is solid, even though the game has a bit of an issue with getting a solid frame rate. I'll still pick this up. I'm glad to hear that it's gotten better over these past 3 or 4 delays that the game has had. The game's been in development for 6 years. So Days Gone, April 26th. It's officially gone gold. So that should be pretty awesome. I'm excited for that. So now we're going to get our first look at the box art for Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh, man. Okay. So, Fire Emblem Three Houses, as you guys know, comes out on July 26th. In Japan, they'll be getting the Fodlan collection, I believe. And both the UK and the US will be, or Europe and the US will be getting the Seasons of Warfare edition, which comes with the soundtrack, calendar, art book, and a steelbook case. But Europe's will be slightly different. Will feature a steelbook case, a sound selection USB stick, art book, and a set of pins. Okay. That's pretty funny because the Xenoblade Chronicles X Collector's Edition actually had that as well. Oh, man. That is beautiful artwork. The steelbook looks nice. I'm pretty sure this is the Japanese version, though. And the soundtrack, the sound selection, excuse me. And this just looks like some stuff from the game. Yeah, the Fodlan collection. God, but that artwork is gorgeous. Here's the thing. I'm a sucker for steelbooks, and I don't even know that I'll use a steelbook if it doesn't look like that. Holy crap. That is gorgeous. Also, shout-outs to my boy for hooking me up and showing me that Best Buy, letting me know when Best Buy had the Collector's Edition was in stock. And because I have Gamer Club, I got it for way cheaper than I did with my copy pre-ordered at GameStop. Because, GameStop. But yeah, that's the Fire Emblem Three Houses box art. God, that is gorgeous. So let's move on. So The Sinking City is a Lovecraftian horror adventure kind of game. And it has been delayed until June 27th because it was supposed to come out in March. And I love the director's response to it. And they said it's just because there's too many games out right now. So they're confident, but in the quality of the title. But they just pushed it back so that you won't have to, you won't have to choose which game you want. Especially when that's coming out with Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. There's no way that game's coming out on top for that. Tell you what, let me see if I can pull up a trailer. This game looks really awesome. I'm a huge Lovecraftian horror fan, cosmic horror fan. So let's take a look at this trailer for The Sinking City. This is a gameplay trailer. Yeah, Lovecraft stuff is weird. Hella weird. Oof. That is The Sinking City. What was supposed to come out in March is now set to come out in, I think, June. So later in June. I will definitely be getting this. I'm not sure what I'm going to get it on, but I will definitely be picking it up for sure. Let's save our movie stuff. So, PlayStation celebrates International Women's Day with a free PS4 theme that includes 10 of its favorite female leads. This is awesome. Let's see. So we got Freya, Aloy. Let me pull it up. Yeah, Freya, Aloy, Nadine. Is that Nadine? No. Oh god, I'm so bad at this. The Tearaway Girl, Ellie, Kara, Kat, Sat Girl, maybe? Yeah, that's The Sinking Cities looks awesome. There's another game that's out now too. It's called Call of Cthulhu, and I really want to pick that one up as well. That one looks absolutely amazing. Oh, well, here we go. So it's got Aloy, Kara, Chloe, and Nadine. Okay, so that is Chloe and Nadine. Ellie from The Last of Us, Atoy from Tearaway. Okay, Sat Girl, Lady Maria from Bloodborne, and some adorable little characters from Dreams. That's awesome. So you can actually get the theme, the PlayStation International Women's Day theme, right now from the PlayStation Store, super cheap, at the cost of $3.99. I definitely need to get that still. I was busy playing Devil May Cry 5 last night. Whew, y'all. That game is amazing. The Alliance Alive is getting an HD remaster following a leak. It was a 3DS JRPG that came out, yeah, I'll say like 2017, so just like 2 years ago. Oh wow, not even a year ago in the States. But they're getting an HD announcement. Well, that kind of sucks for anybody who wanted it on a different system. The Alliance Alive is a JRPG developed by Cattle Call with the help of Grezzo and Furyu. Cattle Call is pretty unknown in the West. Okay, so they developed Metal Max. Is the sequel to The Legend of Legacy. Ooh, I didn't like that one. So, so what consoles is it coming to? It doesn't really say. Okay, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Wow, no Xbox? That's kind of sad. Oh, wow. That looks really good. That's a little chibi art style. That's adorable. Yeah, the fact that we're getting more like Lovecraft horror stuff in video games is just like an absolute joy in my mind. The more Lovecraft horror games, the better. And Call of Cthulhu, I think, is actually based on a pen and paper tabletop game, so that should be fun. Control will not feature New Game Plus or Photo Mode at launch. That's unfortunate. New Game Plus, I'm not really sure I care too much about, but Photo Mode is pretty disappointing. Even Devil May Cry 5 has a photo mode, which is awesome. And I think that should be like a standard in games, just because these games look so good these days. There's no reason to not have it. While director Mikhail Kasarinen, oh god, I'm sure I butchered that, was able to confirm that Control will be getting DLC. He revealed that 2 common features will be making it. Neither a photo mode nor New Game Plus will be included in Control at launch. New Game Plus is a Swift no. Considering Control does feature a skill tree and is much more non-linear than previous Remedy titles, that kind of mode could have made sense. That is weird. So it looks like that photo mode could be coming, but it looks like a New Game Plus isn't, right off the cuff. That's unfortunate. But that's alright, you know. I'm excited for Control. It's Remedy's new games, a little more horror, a little more psycho weirdness, and I love that stuff. Um, I'm sure you guys have heard that Sony's not going to be at E3 this year at all in any capacity. And EA just announced that even though they'll have their gameplay setup that they normally have, they won't be having a presser, which is fine because like the last 3 years have sucked for them. So good on them. Just any big announcements, just hand it off to like Microsoft or Nintendo or something. But the godliest of press conference holders, Devolver Digital, will be having a 2019 press conference. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a Devolver Digital press conference. They are weird and they are fantastic. They kind of really just actually here. It's like if a Tim and Eric episode crossed over with gaming Twitter. There's also a lot of blood and gore. Yes, that is exactly what a Devolver Digital press conference is like, and I'm very excited for this one this year. I will actually be streaming all of the press conferences live from here, right here on my Twitch and my Mixer and my YouTube. So you guys will be able to watch it and have fun with us. I think that'll be a blast. Yeah, no, totally. Horror doesn't get enough love. It for some reason it just like it hasn't been until lately when Resident Evil and with titles like Resident Evil, Outlast, and all of them kind of pushing horror back into the forefront, and now we get more cosmic horror, and I'm totally okay with that. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. So let's move on. Let's talk about some movie stuff. So we know with Amazon Lord of the Rings TV show, they actually just announced that it takes place in the Second Age. So that's before, long before the Fellowship of the Ring and all that. However, that statement didn't mean much, as the history of Middle-earth spans thousands and thousands of years, especially with the Lord of the Rings stories taking place at the tail end of the Third Age. So, this would be awesome. I'm very excited about this because I know a lot of people were thinking, oh, well, they're just going to remake the movies. No, it looks like they're definitely going to do something different. The Lord of the Rings universe is just a goldmine of untapped potential. So, that would, like, this is the perfect opportunity for us to get more of that. And with, the obvious love of shows like Game of Thrones, there's definitely a market for this, for sure. It's expected to release in 2021. But a lot of people would like to see it released in holiday 2020 since Man in the High Castle is ending later this year. I'm very interested to see where this ends up taking place. I'm not well versed in Lord of the Rings mythology or lore, but I am very, very, very excited about this. Doom Patrol's wizard character is a John Constantine stand-in. Why did this get pulled up? I wasn't going to talk about this today. Sorry about that, guys. So, I don't know if you guys have been keeping an eye on Jordan Peele's latest film. It's called Us. It is a follow-up to Get Out, of course. One of the greatest horror films of the last 20 years. Easily. Horror thriller films. His directorial debut became a major awards favorite, going so far as to earn Peele an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. And early reactions for Us prove that Peele is by no means a one-hit wonder in the horror genre. In Us, a family of four take a trip to their beach house over the summer, hoping to unwind. However, their relaxation is cut short when another family, their own doppelgangers, show up one night and begin wreaking havoc. Da-da-da-da-da. After screening at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, critics have been posting brief reactions for Us online, and the general consensus is very positive. More specifically, the general consensus is that Us is a strange, terrifying, and amazingly acted film that is a much must-watch, not only for horror films, but film aficionados in general. Okay, so Us movie is fucking terrifying. Worth. Us movie is a heck of an experience, funny enough to make you laugh, scary enough to make you scream, genuinely heartbreaking in moments, anchored by several incredible dual performances, especially Lupita's. I will not for a minute claim any real understanding of what I just watched, but it was comfortably a top 10 lifetime movie-going experience. Wow. Let me get this back up. There we go. It's going to take me years to figure this movie out, and I mean that as the most beautiful compliment. Lupita Nyong'o gives one of the all-time great horror performances. I'm speechless, honestly. Jordan Peele's Us is absolutely nuts, deliriously horrific, incredibly inventive. It has elements of the home invasion and zombie movies, but is unlike anything I have ever seen. Wildly captivating from start to finish. Give me all the Lupita's Us movie, and I'll take some Winston Dukes and some Elizabeth Mosses too. South by Southwest, awesome. So aside from the original content he's been directing, Peele is producing and hosting the reboot of The Twilight Zone, which will premiere on April 1st. There we go. And he's producing the remake of Clive Barker's classic horror Candyman. And who's actually supposed to... I think they've talked about how it's going to be... the guy who played Black Manta is going to be playing Candyman in the new film. So that should be absolutely fantastic. I'm excited for Us. We are going to... My wife and I are going to go see that opening weekend. Might even go see it opening night, honestly. I just can't wait for that movie anymore. I'm incredibly excited. Get Out's one of my favorite horror films of all time, and I'm excited to see what else he's got up his sleeves. Jordan Peele is my icon. Moving on. Birds of Prey fan poster teasing Ewan McGregor's Black Mask. I'm still not sure how I feel about Ewan McGregor being Black Mask, but, you know, hey. I'll roll with it. Captain Marvel scores second biggest March Thursday night box office. Dope. What's number one? So Captain Marvel brought in $20.7 million, and Batman vs Superman brought in $27.7 million. And it looks like Captain Marvel is going to pull off, I think this is somewhere around $160 million worldwide, or $160 million in the U.S., or domestically, for its opening weekend. I gotta say, if you guys are on the fence about Captain Marvel, go ahead and see it. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but it's a damn good time, and I think those trailers really did that movie an injustice. I don't know where it lands, like, amongst the Marvel films for me yet, but I'll probably have to go see it a second time to kind of figure that out and put it in my head. But I'm really excited for where Brie Larson and Captain Marvel are going to go in the future of the MCU. And I'm very excited to see her in Endgame. So, speaking of Endgame, Avengers Endgame directors confirm movie edit is locked. So that means Avengers Endgame is done. That's it. Now all they've got to do is they've got, like, the final edit is done. The visual effects teams will spend the remainder of their time completing and perfecting thousands of shots, VFX shots that Endgame has to offer. But no more scenes need to be shot. And basically at this point it's all like sound and visual editing. So that's going to be... Guys, we're almost there. 1 month and 17 days. 16 days for us, actually, because I don't know how many of y'all are going to do the... we're going to do the fan event, which gets us We see it, of course, on Thursday, and then we see it at 6 p.m., so I want to see it as early as possible. Let me pull this up. I'll look at that later. I don't want to spoil anybody, potentially, so. Oh, okay. So apparently Disney is doing a Cruella de Vil film for whatever reason. And Nicole Kidman's at the top of the shortlist for that movie. I mean, Maleficent did pretty well, so I can see why they're trying to do this, but Maleficent also had a career best performance from Angelina Jolie, so I don't know. Nicole Kidman could do it justice, though. I think that could really work. The upcoming Cruella winds back the clock to the 1970s when Cruella was a kindly Londoner known as simply Estella. According to THS. Oh, for the villain. Okay. Sorry, I completely misread that, you guys. Kidman is the top choice to play Cruella's antagonist. Interesting. So I wonder who's going to be playing Cruella de Vil herself. Written by Tony McNamara, who worked on The Favorite, and with I, Tonya director Craig Gillespie set to call the shots. Huh. I'm interested to see how that turns out. I had no idea this movie was even happening, honestly, but hey, more power to you, Disney. Devil May Cry 5 on Switch could happen if you buy this game first. What's the game? Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen on Switch. According to Itsuno, this is the best way to show to Capcom that a Devil May Cry 5 Switch port is viable. Itsuno, during the same interview, Itsuno claimed that the reason Devil May Cry 5 isn't on Switch is because work on the game began before they had kits from Nintendo. This meant that the team instead focused on PC, PS4, and Xbox One during development. I mean, also, guys, I'm sorry, the Switch is super, super weak. Like, it's a great system. I love my Switch, but it is incredibly weak, and we really, like, we need to understand that even with, like, it's not as strong as the PS4 and Xbox One, and the Xbox One struggles hard with Devil May Cry 5, the original Xbox One, and the One S. It's at this point where we're gonna need new consoles soon. So, I don't know. It'd be awesome to have Devil May Cry 5 on the go, but you know, the game is gorgeous, and you're kind of taken away from that visual fidelity and the look of the game when you play like that. But hey, you know, some people would sacrifice visual fidelity for portability. Who knows? So if you want Devil May Cry 5 on the Switch, buy Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone casts Zazie Beetz, Domino from Deadpool 2, and Betty Gabriel. Oh, Adam Scott is going to be in there. So we got Seth Rogen, who will co-star in an episode with Jacob Tremblay, John Cho, and Allison Tolman. Adam Scott is set to star in an episode that remakes Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, which originally included good old William Shatner, who's awesome. 10 episodes for this first season. Beats. Huh. I guess they're not gonna. Beats and Gabriel join a series cast that includes Sanaa Lathan, who reportedly stars in the kickoff episode Rewind. Okay. Cool. Hell yeah. April 1st, we get the April 1st, we get the first 2 episodes, and then after that, starting on April 10th, we'll get 1 episode a week. I'm down with that. I'm super excited for this new Twilight Zone, and with Jordan Peele on board, you know it's going to be good. Huh. Mer. Okay, so this is just talking about Rotten Tomatoes audience rating. Meh. All right, let's go over this last thing. Have a little fun at the end. 9 plot twists that hurt iconic 90s sitcoms and 11 that saved them. So spoilers for, 90s sitcoms if you're that upset about it. Sorry. Ross says Rachel's name. Oh, okay. So in the season 4 finale of Friends, when Ross is getting married, he ends up saying Rachel's name at his wedding. Whoops. Hurt. Daphne tells Niles her feelings before her wedding, and Frasier. Oof. Oof. This isn't. I don't know. Everyone goes to jail. Caroline. No, I don't care about it. I'm just going over the ones I remember. The main couple got divorced. Meh. Monica and Chandler get together. Absolutely. One of the most awesome twists in the franchise. That was great. I'm sorry if you hear the dogs barking, everybody. They are just at it this morning. Da, 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 da. Everything was a dream for the Bob Newhart show. I remember that. Or no, Newhart. Okay. The Cosby Show. Cheers. Meh. Oh, wow. Oof. Eric's grandmother passes away mid-sentence. Huh. The family gets rich. Frasier shows up in Wings. What? Ugh, Emily arrives at the airport. Gross. Let's see what the number one is. Oh, that's brutal. Alright, guys. That was a really boring last article. I'm sorry. Here, let's take a look at this one. Unused Infinity War concept art. Could actually be for Avengers Endgames, and we have barking dogays out there like crazy. We got the Hall of Armor. Do we have more concept art? Maybe, guys? Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, boop. What? One piece of concept art was lifted from an alternate Thor quest, presumably from an early draft of Infinity War script featuring Thor and Rocket in battle with the Midgard Serpent. What? Why did this not happen, Marvel? Come on, dude. Like, oh, that would have been amazing. Alright, let's end it on that sour note, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I know today was kind of like a shorter one, but there really wasn't like a ton of news that came out this week. But we've officially, this is the 1 month anniversary for Saturday Morning Coffee. I've been doing this for a solid month now. Thank you guys for having joined me for this month and for many more to continue to come. I hope you guys have a wonderful day on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday outside. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. Have a great day.